Hey guys, it's the Garden Fair here doing what I love to do, which is partially gardening. This is my beautiful tomato plant. When I started this, it was probably about a month ago, and look how it's growing now. It's huge. Let me see if I can kind of show you guys from the side. It is huge now. So that's my tomato plant. I forget what kind of tomato it is, but it's, as you guys can see, it's really green. There's some leaves that have holes and stuff in them, but that's normal. You know, bugs are gonna eat your precious leaves. But it looks like any minute it's gonna start sprouting out some buds. So really excited. But this video is mainly to look at this plant. It's my basil plant. Doesn't look too good. The leaves are kind of looking withery. It doesn't look like this. See, look at the difference. This, then look at this. So sad. So I checked the soil. The soil is actually very wet. So it's not that it's dry. So if you notice that your soil is not dry, but it looks like this, then you might want to consider thinning your plant out. What I mean by that is when I first planted this basil plant, sorry about the noise, guys, I am outside, so some people are, you know, doing their yard stuff. I'll try to speak a little louder. But if you notice your plants look like this after you know, put the seeds in and then it's been a few weeks and it looks kind of like this, then it could be that there's too many sprouts, I would say. And maybe that's not the right technical word, but there's too many sprouts inside of your plant. Gosh, it sounds like they're getting louder and louder or closer and closer. But it could mean that, or look, you guys can tell there's been a lot of bugs just eating my basil, so it could be that as well. It could be just a lot of bugs attacking my basil, but I'm kind of thinking it's just too many stems in one pot. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab a pair of scissors, and you can grab any pair. I mean, obviously the gardening kind is the best kind if you have that, but if you just have a regular pair, that's also fine too. Just make sure they're sharp and not dull. Grab your scissors, and what you're gonna do is you're going to find one stem. I usually go for the stems that are not that great, the ones that maybe have a lot of bite marks in them, or they're looking pretty withery, like this one has that nasty black mark in it. So I usually go for those, and I clip those ones out. So I'm going to press back the leaves. You guys can see the stems right there. So I'm going to go for this one on the side, and I usually go for the ones on the side, not the middle ones. I'm going to move that out of the way, the other one's out of the way. And what you're going to do, it's kind of hard to do with a phone in my hand, but what you're going to do with your scissors is you're going to cut the stem, but you're going to cut down to the soil line. So right where my scissors are, that's where you're going to cut right down to the soil. So I'm going to clip and just grab that and discard it. And so what you're going to do is just you're going to go throughout your plant and just clip random ones, but always make sure you're picking the ones that are not really healthy looking. That way you're not getting rid of the good leaves. So like I said, clip as close to the soil line as possible so you can just see the little stem kind of peeking out. Those will not grow back. Usually they don't grow back. So like there's this tiny one right here. See this one right here with the leaves on it? Let me see if I can show you. This one right here. That one's tiny, doesn't look like it's growing much. So I'm going to go ahead and clip it. Okay? And just discard it. Don't leave it in your pot. So there's another tiny one right here. I'm going to clip that one out of the way. It's kind of hard when it's really bushy like this, but you can do it. So I'm just going to go through and clip a few more for you guys to see. I'm not going to go through the whole plant. Or maybe I will, and then I'll come back and show you guys how it looks, okay? Alright guys, as you can see, I cut a lot off. It may look like I cut a lot, but there's still quite a bit of stem still on there, so they'll grow in full. You just kind of have to use your judgment. Obviously don't cut like all of your leaves out, but usually thinning them out will make the other stems stronger and they'll grow more green. So yeah, that's how my basil plant looks now. I'm going to probably leave it in the sun. It may not be getting enough sun because I did have it over there in the shade. So maybe also if you notice your basil's not looking as lush, the leaves are kind of looking droopy, try putting it maybe more in the sun. If it's in a shady area, it might need more sun. Basil is a plant that does like sun. I've noticed, because I've grown basil quite a bit. Different types of basil too. So, and I noticed it is a plant that loves the sun. Quite like the tomato plants. They love the sun. They flourish in the sun. You just got to make sure you give it enough water. Alright guys, that's it for this video on thinning out your plants or trying to get your plants to look more healthy and leafy. Thanks again, guys. Take care. Bye.